This is the second video for section Seqr C. We're continuing to look at arithmetic sequences. Now, as successive terms of an arithmetic sequence have the same difference, the common difference, it's possible to determine what that difference is. Now, the common difference D can be calculated just by subtracting the second term by the first. Okay, you could also get the third minus the second, or the fourth minus the third, etc. In general, we could use this formula here. The common difference is a of n plus 1 minus a of 1. So that's simply saying the second term minus the first term. The nth term of an arithmetic sequence, so the general term, is given by a of n equals a of 1 plus n minus 1d. So you need to remember that formula there. So let's look at some examples. Firstly, for each of the following sequences, determine which are arithmetic, and B, for the arithmetic sequences, calculate the common difference and hence the value of the 12th term. So in the first one, we need to find out whether it's arithmetic. So if I go 11 minus 7, I get 4. 15 minus 11, 4. 19 minus 11 is 4. So therefore, it's arithmetic, because there is that common difference. And I'd normally go A1 is 7 and D is 4. But in part B it says for the arithmetic sequences calculate the common difference. Well, we've already done that, so D is 4, and the value of the 12th term, where our general term is A1 plus n minus 1D. So our 12th term is going to be A1, which is 7, plus 12 minus 1 times by 4. So that's 7 plus 11 times by 4, and that becomes 51. So therefore A12 equals 51. Next, 6 minus 3 is 3, 12 minus 6 is 6, 24 minus 12 is 12. It's not arithmetic. There's no common difference. Next, 26 minus 37 is negative 11. 15 minus 26 is negative 11. This is looking better. 4 minus 15, negative 11. So therefore, it's arithmetic. A1 equals 37, and our common difference is negative 11. Part B, common difference was a negative 11, so A of n is A1 plus n minus 1D, so my 12th term is going to be 37 plus 12 minus 1 times by negative 11, so that's 37 plus 11 times negative 11. And plug that into your calculator and you get negative 84. So therefore A12 is negative 84. Next, given that an arithmetic sequence has a first term of 30 and a common difference of negative 4, list the first five terms of the sequence. Now you could use a formula, but it's much easier to just go, well, the first term is given. Your second term is going to be 30 take 4, because that's what your common difference is. It's 26. Third term is going to be a previous term minus 4, which is 22. Fourth term is going to be 22 minus 4, which is 18, and your fifth term is going to be 18 minus 4, which is 14. Okay, next, show that the sequence defined by A of n equals 3n plus 5 is an arithmetic sequence. We could just plug in numbers to find what the terms are. So A1 is going to be 3 times 1 plus 5, which is 8. A2 would be 3 times 2 plus 5, which is 11. A3 would be 3 times 3 plus 5, which is 14. And A4 would be 3 times 4 plus 5, which would be 17. Now subtracting terms, 17 minus 14 is 3, 14 minus 11 is 3, and 11 minus 8 is 3. Therefore, there's a common difference, and that's 3. So therefore it's arithmetic. Okay. Next, given the arithmetic sequence, which term has a value of 155? So from here I know that A1 equals 7. Now it's already telling me it's arithmetic, so D must be 11 take 7, which will be 4. And you can quickly check, 15 take 11 is 4, 19 take 15 is 4. So that's our information there. And it's telling me that AN is 155. So write the formula and then substitute in. So we have 155 equals 7 plus n minus 1 times 4. So 155 equals 7 plus 4 times n is 4n. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. 155 equals 7 take 4 is 3 plus 4n. I need to get that n on its own, so I'm going to take 3 from both sides. So 155 minus 3 gives me 152 equals 4n. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 4, and I get 152 divided by 4 gives me 38. So therefore 155 is the 38th term. Okay. Next, if the 8th term in an arithmetic sequence is 85, so 8th term is 35 and the 15th term is 63, list the first 5 terms. Okay, so going to have a simultaneous equation here. We know that AN equals A1 plus N minus 1D, and I don't know what the first term is, and I don't know what my common difference is either. So for the A8, I'd have A1 plus 8 minus 1 times D. A8's 35, so I get A1 plus 7D. If I rearrange that, I can have A1 equals 7D minus 35. Sorry, A1 equals 35 minus 7D. Just taking that 7D from both sides. Now using the A15, I have A1 plus 15 minus 1D. So plug in 63 is A1 plus 14D. So I have 2 equations. I'm going to sub equation 1 into equation 2, and I get 63 equals 35 minus 7D plus 14D. So you can see that I just put this A1 where that is there. Okay, so from there, collect like terms. So I get 63 equals 35 plus 7D. Take 35 from both sides. So I get 28 equals 7D. Divide both sides by 7. So I get D is 4. Now I'm going to sub D equals 4 into 1. So I get A1 equals 35 minus 7 times 4. So 35 minus 28 gives me 7. Okay, so I've got that A1 equals 7 and D equals 4. So you wouldn't do this, you'd keep going down the page, but I've run out of room. So list the first 5 terms. So A1 is 7, A2 is going to be 7 plus 4, which is 11, A3 is going to be 11 plus 4, which is 15, A4 is going to be 15 plus 4, which is 19, and A5 is going to be 19 plus 4, which is 23. Okay, so they're the first 5 terms. Next, find the number of terms in the arithmetic sequence 11, 18, 25 all the way up to 207. Well, I know that my first term is 11. It's told me it's arithmetic, so D must be 18 minus 11, which is 7. I don't know what n is, but I do know the nth term is 207. Okay, so let's write out the formula. An is A1 plus n minus 1D, and substitute what we know. We know that's 207. We know A1's 11. We don't know what n is, but we do know that D is 7. So I've got 207 equals 11. Let's expand this bracket. 7 times n is 7n. 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. From there, I get 207 equals 11 take 7 is 4 plus 7n. I'm now going to subtract 4 from both sides. 207 minus 4 is 203, and that's going to equal 7n. I then divide both sides by 7, and I get 29 equals n. So therefore, there are 29 terms in the sequence. Now you might want to redo these examples so you make sure that you know what you're doing. Okay? What now? Complete exercise Seqr C1 from your textbook. There's quite a lot of questions there for you to practice with. Also remember to check your answers to make sure you're on the right track. If not, watch the video again.